Good afternoon, Malville parents and students. We are excited about our students that chose face-to-face learning to return to school face-to-face next week. Parents, we appreciate your time and dedication that you've spent over the past 2 weeks working with your child at home through virtual learning. For the teachers here at Malville, we are thankful to them for putting in the extra time and effort to learn how to teach virtually over the past couple of weeks. Some of you originally chose virtual learning as your learning option, and for those parents that chose virtual learning, you will continue virtual learning as you have been doing the past couple of weeks. We wanted to do an update to share some information about our face-to-face return that we will begin on Tuesday, September 8th, and share some information and answer some of the questions that you've had about our face-to-face return. Students that selected to return to school face-to-face will return beginning on Tuesday, September the 8th. We have decided to begin with a staggered re-entry into the school building, and that means that students whose last names begin with A to M will attend on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and students with the last name that begins with N to Z will attend school on Wednesday and Friday. Some of you parents have reached out to me and you've requested to attend on the alternate day because of siblings and childcare things that go along with older siblings. So we've reached back out to you to let you know that those requests were approved. We were able to approve those. So some of you did ask for those requests and may attend on the alternate days. One thing that's going to be different this year when we return face to face is students are going to have to get out of the car on their own this year, the first day of school. So parents, we are going to ask that you drive through the car loop like we normally do for car drop off. We will open the doors for your child to help your child to get out of the car, and we will make sure that they get to the correct classroom. So parents, we do know that that's going to be a little different this year, but we assure you that we will get your child to the correct classroom and make sure that they are well taken care of during the day. We know that some of you have asked questions about school supplies and how your child's going to get school supplies into the building. Some students may be able to bring their school supplies in with them if you did not bring them to open house. Others may not be able to tote the boxes of school supplies in or the things that they need to bring in. If you have supplies that your child cannot bring in, you may drop those off in the front office between 9 and 11 Tuesday or Wednesday. So if your child attends school on Tuesday, you may bring those supplies and drop them off in the office between 9 and 11 on Tuesday. If your child attends face-to-face on Wednesday, you may bring those supplies and drop them off on Wednesday between 9 and 11. When you do that, please make sure they are in a box labeled with your child's name and their teacher name, and make sure that, or a bag, make sure it's in a box or a bag labeled with your child's name and their teacher's name. Also important to mention is the water fountains here at the schools have been turned off and they are closed off. Students will not be able to drink water from the water fountain. So parents, we are asking you to send a couple of bottles of water with your child to school so that they will have some water if that is needed throughout the day, since they will not be able to use the water fountains. All students in 2nd through 5th grade will be required to wear a mask while they are here at school. So make sure 2nd through 5th grade parents that your child does have a face mask that they will wear while they are here at school. If your child is in pre-K, kindergarten, or first, we still strongly recommend that they wear a face mask. So if they have a face mask, they may bring those to school and wear those as well. All students that are riding a school bus will have to have a face mask on when riding the bus to and from school. So if your child is a bus rider, please make sure that you have a face masks for them as well. We will begin our early morning drop off on Tuesday morning, beginning at 6:20 a.m. with Miss Weeks in the gym. That will continue just like we've done in the past. You may drop your child off at the old entrance. The cost for early morning drop off is $3 per child per day. And you may pay Miss Weeks when you drop them off in the mornings. We will also start our after-school program on Tuesday for those students that normally stay in the after-school program. Ms. Martin will be over our after-school program once again this year. The cost for after-school right now will be $10 per child per day, and there is also a $30 enrollment fee for those that will be attending after-school regularly. Ms. Martin has our after-school handbooks, and will be able to give you those when your child attends after school on Tuesday. So please, if your child is going to attend after school, communicate that with their teacher, so that their teacher will know to send them to the after school program during dismissal that day. After school and early morning drop off will be for the students that are attending face to face on those days. So if your child attends on Tuesday and Thursday, they may attend after school or early morning on those 2 days. Or if they attend Wednesday and Friday, they would be allowed to attend after school or early morning drop off on Wednesday and Friday. One thing that is going to be new for us this year for the first semester, in the past, all of our students have received a free breakfast in the classroom. That's a program we started 2 years ago that's been very successful for our students, and that many of our parents and students have commented positively about that program. This year, for the first semester, all students will receive a free lunch, regardless of whether or not you receive free lunch, free or reduced lunch. All students will receive a free lunch while they are here at school. So parents, that's another option for you. If you normally send your child's lunch to school, they will be able to receive that free lunch while they're at school as well. One thing that we will not have this year, students will not be able to use microwaves. So parents, as you are packing your child's lunch, if they bring their lunch to school with them, make sure that you pack things that does not need to be heated, because we will not have access to those microwaves to heat lunches for students this year. We've had a lot of questions about Chromebooks. At this time, if your child checked out a Chromebook from the school to use for virtual learning, they do not need to bring that Chromebook back to school with them, because on the days that they are not at school learning face to face with their teacher, they will be completing assignments at home virtually. So those students do not need to bring those Chromebooks back to school at this time. We don't want them to get damaged during that transition back and forth between school and home. On Tuesday, we will open the doors at 7:20 as we normally do for our face-to-face students that will attend on Tuesday and Thursday. We will also begin dismissal at 3:05. Dismissal will begin at 3:05 for pre-K through 5th grade students. So we will begin dismissal at the same time for all students this year. If you selected virtual learning as the learning option for your child, you may come by the school between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock on Tuesday and pick up a box of meals for your child that will be enough meals for the week. We will have the back gate at the pre-K loop will be open. So if your child selected virtual learning for the year, you may drive through the pre-K loop and pick up a box of meals for your child that's enough meals to provide them food for breakfast and lunch for the week. Students that are attending the face-to-face will receive a meal while they are here, and then they will bring home a boxed meal with food for breakfast and lunch for the days that they are learning virtually as well. Parents, once again, we are looking forward to another great year here at MES. We have definitely been off to a great start. I know that we've hit some bumps in the road with technology. However, our tech team has been great in helping to answer those questions. We are looking forward to beginning this next phase in our implementation of returning to school. And we are looking forward to seeing those students that will be returning face to face on Tuesday with the last names that begin with A to M, and on Wednesday for the last names that begin with N to Z.